Whatever water source you choose to feed your livestock watering facilities, you'll need to install an underground pipeline. Heather Stevens of the Natural Resources Conservation Service is here to get you started. Heather, pipeline diameter, I understand, is very important.
Yes, the size or diameter of the pipe is what determines how quickly and how much water will be delivered to the tank. You'll have to consider friction loss in the pipe and also the operating pressures for the class or schedule pipeline that you intend to use. The better quality pipe you buy, the longer your pipeline will last. Pipes with thicker walls and made of tougher material are always the best choice. A backflow preventer stops contaminated water in the tank from backflowing to the water source, whether or not that water source is a well, a public water supply, or surface water. That's especially important if your water supply is feeding your watering facilities and your home. Backflow preventers are usually required by law when your water source is a public water supply, and NRCS does require one to be installed if your water source is a well. You may also need to install air relief valves. They prevent air locking, which can interfere with water flow. Sometimes an air-filled pipe can even collapse. If the pipeline runs uphill from the water source to the tank, an air relief valve should be installed at the line's high point at the crest of the hill. But you can eliminate the need for air relief valves if the water trough is located on the top of a hill, so that the line runs only uphill and the air can escape through the trough itself.
Heather, farmers also need to think about installing thrust blocks.
They may need to. Thrust blocks are concrete structures which anchor the pipeline and keep it from rupturing if water surges occur. Typically, pipelines in livestock watering systems do not need thrust blocks. However, if NRCS advises you to use them, they will be installed wherever the pipeline changes direction.
Heather, how deep should a farmer bury a pipeline?
Pipelines should be buried a minimum of 2 feet below the surface to avoid the plow line and random digging. However, in some areas they may need to go deeper in order to get below the frost line. It's also important to use the right material to backfill your pipeline trenches. Use mineral soils that have enough moisture so that they will compact tightly. There shouldn't be any large pieces of organic debris or manure, and any rock fragments should be small. You can crown the backfill material if you need to be sure there won't be a depression after the soil settles, and you can expect settlement to be about 10%. For example, if your trench is 2 feet deep, then you'll need a crown of 2 inches. You also need to be sure that vegetation covers the trench site to prevent erosion. Once the pipeline is installed, you should flush and disinfect it before you connect it to the watering facility.
Copies of the NRCS Conservation Standard for pipelines are available at the NRCS website. Go to sc.nrcs.usda.gov. Click on EFOTG and select NRCS Standard Number 516 for pipelines.